If I'm trying to write something on the whiteboard and I use my mouse, it can sometimes be a little difficult for the audience to read what I've written, depending on how good I am with moving my mouse around. I might want to use a stylus, and I have another lesson coming up where we'll talk about some of the different hardware that I like to use with the whiteboard, including some really inexpensive options. And I'm going to go in and use that stylus and I'm going to write. And that's a little bit better, but it still might not be that legible for my audience. And if I want to do a more formal whiteboard, that's not going to look too good. So what I can do is if I go down and choose my text option, I can place text on the whiteboard. And here I could type in using my keyboard and get a nice quality text on there that's very legible for people to read. I can also go into the text box, again I'll put some more text on here, and I can do things like change the color of the text. So maybe I want to have some blue text here, and I can put in my blue text here. I can change the text if I like by highlighting it, and then I could go in and choose a different font. You do not have a large font library here. You basically have handwritten, professional, and simple. I do like the handwritten, so that can make it look a little bit less formal, and that's kind of nice. This is the simple option, and if I wanted to, I could also do a more formal option if I was doing maybe a whiteboard that I'm presenting in a business meeting. So you can see that I have different types of fonts that I can put in there. But that's about the limitation of the fonts that I have. I can change the colors in the fonts. If I want to, I could actually highlight the font here, and I could make it bold. I could italicize it, I could underline it. Let's do all three. So I'll make it bold, I'll italicize it, and I'll underline it. And you can see that allows me to create that text there. Might be part of a board that I'm creating, and then I'm going to put some other objects on here. I can also make a comment on the text. So I could go in here and says, looks pro. Now this comment is going to be embedded into the text itself. So a lot of times it might be when I'm working on the whiteboard that I'll place comments on there. That'll stay with the text. And then when I'm done, I can actually choose that comment, and I can actually go in and I can delete that comment or edit the comment. I'll delete it to clean it up. So you have that option as well. With the text, I can also go in and I can choose whether it's going to be at the front or the back. I can set the layers as we saw with the notes. I can lock it in place. So now that's locked on the board. So if I move the board around, I can move this around. But if I grab this one, notice it's locked in place. I can also go in and I can unlock it. And then if I go in here, I could do things like copy it, delete it, duplicate it. So I have a lot of different choices there as well. And this is a great way if I'm pre-planning a whiteboard to set up different areas. I actually use this a lot when I'm creating a whiteboard template, which again, I'll show you in another lesson. But text can be a very powerful thing on the whiteboard, and having the keyboard and the ability to add text can make it a lot cleaner than handwritten text.